Mr. Murugandi, KGS Legend, welcome again.
Thanks, thank you.
Today, what do we have?
Today we have a very interesting game, again from the Dutch Championships, between Peter Brouwer, who plays black, and Frank Jansen, who is an all-time Dutch champion.
What kind of game is this? Positional, strategic?
It's very all over the board, so all over the board fight. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a game with a lot of mistakes.
Cool.
Both players make lots of mistakes, so it's interesting to see that also 6 dons, you know, they can do things wrong. Yeah. And also this game is very well. It was very important for the Dutch Championships. At this time, when they played,
yeah.
Peter had, I think, 6 points out of 6, so he won all of his games. And Merlijn Kuijn, who was the only one who was approaching him, had already lost 1 game. So if Peter would win this game, it would be almost sure that he would win the championships. Yeah, he would be very close to the title. So yeah, the championships were at stake. And yeah, that's
tension rose high.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Who was right?
White was Frank Jansen. Black is Peter Brouwer.
Okay.
So yeah, so far everything's normal. Just another normal Jossican. Okay, so where would you play now? There. Well, I'd say the top is more important now. Black already made a base, and this kind of move is interesting, but well, I don't know. Maybe it's a bit too early.
It's not attacking the base?
It is, but well, at the same time, you might be able to argue that Black can just tanuki. It's not really necessary to come back.
Okay.
Yeah. If Black plays something like this and White invades here.
No, I would play here.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Now I have like nice shape,
Mm-hmm.
and it prevents his nice shape.
Yeah. No, that's true. The problem with this move though is that there's still a lot of room here, and you can still go into the corner. So if you make another extension, it will be very, it will feel very urgent for Black to just invade here, and the whole corner will be gone.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I don't know. Doesn't feel very nice.
Yeah. You see, I keep my mouth shut.
Okay, that's very good.
I got a lot of mails that I'm talking too much.
Oh, okay. Well, it's okay. If you have any suggestions, or just say so. I think.
Okay, then if I not play there, I play here.
Yeah. This corner is correct. You can play here, or well, something else. But Frank Jansen decided to play low, and Peter pincered over here. It's a popular pincer lately. Low and far. And now, well, there are a lot of Josikis, but I think Frank already made a mistake here. Because he chose a Josiki that is for attacking. He played here, and he created a wall, but Black has 2 stones here. It would be a different situation if White would have a stone over here, but I'll show that as the game progresses. So now Black just extends, White extends, Black extended again. Normally this is also Josiki, but you know, this is another variation. So both players kept extending.
No, Black jumps.
Yes, Black jumps, exactly. And at this point White pincers. So White plays here to attack this stone. But because Black already has a stone over here, it's...
He pincers himself?
Yeah, he pincers himself. Exactly. Because Black just goes out, and White has 2 weak groups immediately. So you always have to take into account if you have a stone in the corner or not. If it would be like this, it's perfectly, you know, alright, it's fine. But if there's a black stone here, then it's just not good. This already, yeah, White already made a mistake here.
But how can it's so, when you tell me it's so clear, so how can a
Yeah.
6 done?
Yeah, that's well, I don't know. Maybe he was very nervous. It could be possible because well, Frank also wasn't doing very well in the championships, and I think at this point he had 3 points or 2 points, and if he wanted to qualify for next year's championships, he had to have 4 points. So this was one of his last chances to you know, qualify for next year. So.
So somebody who has like been few times Dutch champion suddenly has to
Yeah.
worry about.
Yeah. Yeah, this year the players were very strong and the competition was quite nice. Yeah. So maybe he was very nervous, and Peter later on also made a lot of mistakes. So I think there was just a lot of pressure on this game. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can feel better about my stupid things.
Sure. Yeah. Everybody makes mistakes. So it was like this. And White makes a base here, so he has 1 problem less basically. But still.
Yeah, now you feel.
Yeah.
I would not feel fine. So between the two.
Yes. No, I think you know, White is still under pressure, and yeah, he needs to add another move. Otherwise, Black will either take away his base or attack from the top. It's a very painful situation. So White just jumps. Black jumps along, of course. Yeah. Because it's the same as in the last review.
Yeah.
If you want to attack this, that's just only one thing, and now you attack both. So yeah, that's very logical. So White jumps along again, which was actually quite, well, I don't know, it was quite surprising for me, because this already reinforced his own group. But with this, it feels like he's trying to make up for his own mistake in the beginning. Because, you know, this isn't good for White, so he has to fight back immediately. This aims for, you know, attacking Black in these kind of areas, and at the same time at pressuring the 3 stones.
Can Black play here now?
Yeah, that would be a nice suggestion, I think. Either Black plays here or just goes into the center. I think at this point it might be best to just jump away into the center, because White can't really make a base here anyway, and if White chooses to push from behind, Black just gains a lot of territory for free. So now I think Peter made a mistake. He chose to take away the eye shape of White, but by doing so, White will have to respond here.
And now he has to respond himself again.
Yes, so he gains Gote. Now Black is sort of in trouble, because White will start pushing here, and now this move will become very effective, because White will get a wall here and have another wall already, so now Black is suddenly being attacked. Yeah. So it went like this.
So actually my move was better than Peter's move.
I think so, yeah, yeah.
I will tell him.
That's nice. Yeah. But still, I think even you know, pushing here is not as good as just jumping away, because you know, you don't have to really do it. It's not very important, because if White is going to push here, it's only good for you. There's already a wall, so he can't make points here, and by pushing you get territory.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, I think this is even better than here.
Okay, I will put it more in my system.
Yeah.
Last few reviews already.
Yeah. Okay, so well, White kept pushing, which is natural. And again, Black H8 here. Because otherwise he would just be on the 3rd line, he would be too low, so he has to fight back. Okay, White H8 as well. Double H8.
Only some players make double hands.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, maybe Q players are afraid of, you know, fighting and of cutting points basically. So, but yeah, most of the time double Hane is very effective.
Yeah.
If you have a local.
I see. If I see it, it's always a dumb player who does double Hane.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you want to become a dumb player, play double Hane.
Yeah. Nice. Good tip. Okay, so now he attires here,
Yeah.
and well, it becomes quite complicated. White just extends, and by extending, you can see that now black is in trouble, or more or less pressured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Locally, this is a nice shape move because you prevent white from making the same shape, from making a nice eye shape here. But
This feels also nice, I think.
well, it looks nice, but there are a lot of weaknesses. Because these stones are very close to each other, so you can't cut them. But if white, for example, defends like this, then you can see that there are not really any good responses. If black would play here, this would be painful.
No.
Do you agree?
Yeah. Play this.
Yeah. But like this, it's an immediate. This is not successful. Do you see that?
Okay.
Because
you have to play there, and now
yeah.
you can cut.
You can cut or either just play away because
It's no
there
longer-
is no cut.
Yeah.
You see? So you have to take into account your own shape as well. This might be, yeah, it look interesting, but I don't think it's very effective. Yeah. So, yeah. So what black needs to do now is basically the move that he had to do all along. He just has to jump out. And this feels painful because now this stone gets, yeah, well, either captured or just very much pressured. So now it looks like white is free.
It's all because of this move.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think this is, it looks nice like this one, but it's not very effective. It's the wrong timing, because before, if white would want to make points here, it's not, you know, he doesn't want to do that. Because he plays close to a wall, and it's only in one part of the board. Whereas you know, in the opening you want to spread your stones all over. So you want to go into the center, you want to make your stones work together. So yeah, this move was probably bad. So now white plays here. And yeah, what can black do? What would you do?
Running away.
Ooh, like this. Yeah. Well, let me just say this is also a nice tip. Locally, for white, this would be the capturing move, of course.
Oh.
So that's why you might think that for black, this type of move is good. But it's almost never good. This is, yeah, there's a lot of shape issues with this. Because you can either play here or just go out, and you know, it feels a bit shabby. There are a lot of other techniques to actually separate the groups. You can play either here or here. Have you ever seen this? Well, it's very nice. Or you can just vulgarly push like this or like this.
Who's black? Peter's black?
Peter is black, yeah.
He will push you.
Yes, he pushed here.
I know from last game.
Okay. So yeah, this is actually, I think, the best option.
Really?
Yeah, because he tries to capture these stones. He's threatening to capture them.
Just
Yes.
or
This would be a bit too much because now black just plays here and there's still a cutting point, and this is being framed in.
But simple this.
Yeah, yeah, that's what happened. And then Peter played here again, which still leaves you know, Aji here. So
Okay. But
white extended again. Yeah, this is, and now Peter plays on the shape point. It's also nice for Q players when you have 3 stones like this. The shape move for both players is in the middle here. If black would want to make eye shape or just shape in general, this would be the move. And for white to get rid of the shape would be to play there as well. So keep that in mind. That's why Peter also played here now. Because moves like this still leave cutting points. And moves like this also have a lot of problems. Because later these kind of points become really nasty. Because black, you can see that black locally wants to play here because this is nasty later. You see? It's the same move. So anyway, this is the shape point. Now,
white plays
yeah,
here.
exactly. White has to go out. Very good. And well, if Peter pushes here, this is very painful.
Then he
And
forces white to attack this.
yes, and this might be a very nice metaphor by which you can remember how to steer a game. When I was in China, I learned Go from a Chinese professional, and he told me that when you're pushing your opponent like this into directions, it's like you're steering water. So you have a river
Yeah.
by which you put a stone in the river, and if the water goes like this and you put a stone here, the water will go the other direction. So in this case, if you will put a stone in the water, immediately you can know that the water will go this direction. So what you do is you steer the water into the wrong direction, because now you will crush your own village. So you prevent the river from going here, so you steer the water and your village will be destroyed. So always when you steer your opponent to a certain place, keep this metaphor of water in mind. It can be very nice. Yeah.
I will never forget it, Murugandi.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay, maybe I exaggerated it. I will try to remember it forever.
That's nice. So this is something that Black just doesn't want to do. It's very painful.
Okay, so maybe here?
Yeah. Well, this is the same principle. It's less obvious than when you do this, but still you force white to go in this direction.
Okay, then this.
Yes, that's correct. But what is very problematic in this situation, and that's why I think Peter already doesn't feel very nice in this game, because either way, if he plays here, he steers white into the wrong direction. If he does this,
The same.
it's the same, because now this is becoming destroyed. So he already made a tactical error somewhere.
And if you play here?
Yeah, it moves like this. This is like, it looks like the middle way, because you don't steer from this point or this.
Yeah.
And this is like something in between.
Your smile says
Yeah.
to me that it is the worst option of all.
Yeah, I think so, because it leaves so many possibilities, you know. This space is already 2, so yeah, you can see that, I don't know, moves like this or this, it becomes very problematic. You will just slice through butter. It's like a knife that just, a hot knife that slices through butter, like you go through immediately. So yeah, this is, yeah, it's even worse than the other two, yeah. Okay, so now, white obviously plays here. Yeah, and here is again a shape issue. Peter played this, but I think that this might actually be better, because normally you invoke a white hane like this, so you help your opponent in a very restricted area, but you gain something as well. And white was already strong here, already spent 4 moves, so this doesn't really matter much. And now you can see that black's shape is nice. This is a really a good shape, and if white will not play in this area, exactly, the next move will be tiger mouth. Black makes eyes here, and he completely seals white in. So this would be incredibly painful. White can't allow this to happen, so he would have to play something like this.
Then you go.
Yes, then you can even cut now.
Yep.
So this looks more flexible than what Peter played in the game. You know, Peter just maybe he didn't think about this move, because Don players, they don't like to just give away something to the opponent. You know, you have to really earn something. So by this move, it's very natural for white to just take the hane, and it feels too good, because white gains something immediately. But it's all about shape in this situation, because black is pressured. He's pressured from 2 sides, so if he can go out smoothly, then everything is okay, and immediately his opponent is pressured.
But isn't Go also from give and take to keep him balanced?
Of course, yeah, that's very important as well.
So you're saying Don players have the wrong mentality?
No, it's just that Don players try to do as many things as possible at the same time. So they don't want to play simple moves. So if you play like this, you know that your opponent will immediately answer here. So it feels too simple. You catch my drift? It's like, yeah, I give you a knife and say stab me, and you stab me. But if I give you a stone, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I smash your brains.
Okay, well, that's nice of you. But so yeah, this feels weird, but in this case, it might be better.
Okay.
Because this is what happened.
Yeah.
Black just extended, and white extends with him, of course.
And black keeps on growing.
Yeah, this looks more natural than what Peter did. Peter played here, which sometimes is also good because you jump, and it's faster. You go over the board faster than when you just extend. But now this leaves a weakness. I will show you. White answered here, just extends.
Otherwise black makes
a tiger mouth again. Yeah, you can't let that happen.
okay, now black plays here.
Yeah, that's what you would think. But this, it feels very slow, right? It only defends.
No, I think you are starting to attack this again.
Well, this is not an attack on the group.
Oh.
What Peter did in the game, is play here, which goes more into another direction. It doesn't only defend, but
So this is better.
you might think so, but this is actually a slack move. This would have been better in this case. And that's again the Don mentality, you know. Don players don't want to do only one thing. They want to defend and attack, not only defend. But the problem with this move is that the shape is just horrible. And later Peter got really punished for this. He lost the game because of this move. And that's because white can play here later on. If white is strong all around and has stones here, for example, and he can play here, then either he cuts the group into on this side, or he goes through and cuts this off. Do you see? Basically, black would need this move to complete his shape. But yeah, he doesn't have that move, so this just, this like a knife again through butter.
So it's Archie.
Yes, exactly. Now it might be too early, but yeah, later on this destroyed Peter in the end.
So we know the outcome of the game, we can
Yeah.
go home.
Yeah, it was actually very unfortunate. I was rooting for Peter at this point. I was really hoping that he would do well. And yeah, when he played this move, I was really puzzled. I didn't understand what was going on. Because again, I think Peter always plays very solid. He's a 6 Dan, he has a very solid style, and he has a very good feeling for shape. So these kind of moves, you can see that he plays them a lot in his games. He knows when to make his shape right and when to attack. He's very calm in that matter. But this just completely misses the point, I think. This is the shape move and not this. So yeah, that's just a mistake, I think, because he was pressured, you know. So, what did white do now? Do you have any idea?
What would I do? I have no clue.
Okay.
Absolutely no clue. Maybe attack here or something, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the right direction. Right direction of the game. Because, well, black, he has this weakness still. Actually, it is funny because Frank Janssen, who was also 6 Dan, he didn't notice this move. You know, he didn't notice the weakness immediately. Later on in the game, completely at the end, he realized that, oh, I can cut. And he told me after the game that, oh no, everybody on KGS probably saw this move. Oh, I'm so stupid. So it was really funny. But this, what Peter is doing now, he's trying to run away. So he still has a weak group. White has a lot of stones here that don't make any territory. He has a group here that's, well, not really weak, but also not very strong. So, and black, yeah, black is maybe the weakest of all. So white wants to keep pressuring black, and a move over here could do that. So he plays here. By this he threatens to play this move.
Black, but simple for black. It's just
Yeah, black can do this. But that is again the metaphor I told you about.
The water.
The water, yeah. What are you doing now?
We're pushing right this and by that attacking this.
Exactly. So your village that is all surrounded by tsunamis. that, you know, you put another tsunami. There's only one way out for the people from the village, and then vroom, you let another water emerge.
Mm.
So I think just pushing here is a bit too much, because white will immediately respond like this or like this. What Peter did was more calm. I mean, he has to react here. He played a low move. Also, if you play like this, later on you still have to complete your shape. If you don't, then moves like this will be painful, because they still can go underneath. So this is more, it does two things at the same time. You know, it just takes territory very calmly, and it doesn't give white other moves here.
Okay.
So now white got another move for free here. Peter just defended very calmly again. And the battle continues, the battle for the village. It was like this. Where would you play now?
I'm white.
Yes.
I would play here.
Oh, this is again a good direction anyway. This might be a good idea. Frank played here in the game, because this is more steady, it's more secure, more safe, it's stronger.
But now I'm forcing the flow of water to go there.
Yes, exactly. And actually, that's one of the things that you want to do. Because if the water goes here, you know, if you force the village to run to his other village, that's okay, because if it will, well, let's just hypothetically, let's show an example. If it's like this, and white will just continue to chase black, what you can see is that everything falls apart. I mean, this village will connect to the other village, but
now here's the
yeah,
problem.
exactly, the problem is just shifted to another area. You see? So this is one of the techniques that you can really use this metaphor of water with. Just steer your opponent somewhere where you want to go, you know? So, okay, let's see what happens now. What do you think?
I don't know. Now you make it.
So, well, what black can't do, like I showed, is he can't just run here, because then it goes wrong. So he has to do two things at the same time. He has to make his village here bigger, make points over here and secure these stones, and keep the fight going. Because this is also still not...
Maybe here?
Yeah, well, if you play here, like I showed, well, it looks like you're completely alive, right? But there's still, it's still a bit shabby. I mean, it's not sure if you have two eyes yet. So first of all, it does make a base, but there are a lot of moves by white that can take away some of the eye space, and it's also very local. This only focuses on this part of the board, whereas you want to, keep.
Okay, well, because I thought this is a weak group, and I.
Yeah, if you can settle it immediately, then this might be very good.
Okay.
Because if now it lives, it's better than running. That's for sure. That's a very good mentality. And actually, Peter did play this later. So in this thinking, he made another mistake, because he kept running with the group until he saw, oh, I can't keep running anymore, I can't connect to anybody, and then he played there.
Okay, just show me, because
Okay.
I have no clue where...
So black played here to keep the pressure on white.
Okay, now this would be... So he forced white...
Exactly.
Nice. I see this water metaphor.
Huh.
Okay. So now white is to play here, because otherwise there will be...
Yeah, you might think so, but if you play here, then black will play either here or here. Well, this is more normal, and yeah, it might actually not be so bad. But what white did was to play here to again make black struggle with his own shape.
Okay, and now he forces black to make this.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the only move now, and white plays here. And from this point it becomes very complicated, and
Okay.
maybe it's nice to show this the next time.
Okay.
Because the fight continues and it's very interesting, but it's all about details, and yeah,
Okay.
it will take a long time. So.
But how many mistakes did you have in this
Well,
start of the game?
I don't know, I think a couple of them anyway. I mean, white immediately started a wrong opening strategy, and then yeah, black also made a lot of mistakes by just doing this, which was very local and small, and also
This one?
yeah, exactly, this is not a correct shape, and yeah, a lot of other just the thinking
Is
also.
this the position now even?
At this point it's hard to say. I think yeah, if black manages to do well in this fight, then he's ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can think about what black is gonna play for
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Murugandi, KTS Legend, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. I hope you will be are as eager as I am to see what's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.